Hi guys! Okay, let's dive in this Artemis thing. Seriously. Okay, so the first thing that is really insane is these launch delays to finally do it on April 1st. Isn't that incredible? Seriously, how dare they? And stay until the end. I'm going to tell you what I think about it. Okay, let's take things a bit in order as they're presented to us, or at least as it appears to me, who hasn't really followed all this from the beginning, because I don't want to play their simulation anymore. But there, I can't avoid it, lol. It's just huge. So here I open YouTube, and the first videos say, amazing Earth photos. Okay, wow, let's look at that. So we have this? This is it? Seriously? That's a stunning view. Wow, yes, insane. Seriously. And then we have a CGI thing. Okay, but why? If we're flying up there, we don't have enough images that we have to make some in 3D. There are no cameras on or in the rocket to capture what's happening all around. That's what I would have done, wouldn't you? But no, they didn't do that. What the hell? And then we have images from the inside. Okay, but there's nothing amazing in there. Just same shit as usual. And obviously you can't see anything through a window. That would be so much more credible and cinematic though. But no. Okay. Then launch images like we've seen tons of. Blah blah blah. Then CGI again. Where are the incredible footage of the title of the video? Okay, is that an incredible image? That doesn't look incredible to me. That's crap. A GoPro makes better images than this. Blah blah blah. Interior, again. Oh yeah, the toilets. That's a subject of first importance. Don't you want to know how they take a dump? Seriously? Is this a joke? More CGI? And the end. What? What the heck? I got no stunning new image. Is this a joke? The video was called NASA Releases Stunning New Images by Artemis 2 from Deep Space. Okay, so people look at this without thinking, and their brain believes they saw stunning views from space. But in fact, they didn't. Okay, let's look at another one. Okay, already at the beginning of the presentation of this local American channel, I find it crazy. Look at this studio, this scenography. It looks like the priest's pulpit in a church, doesn't it? It's a cult, brother. Look at this, seriously. So here we have a photo. Incredible. But okay, a blue marble as usual. Ah, and the next one. Lol. Okay, that's very artistic. Seriously? Then more blah 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 from the inside. Then CGI again. And that breathtaking live view again. Wow, that's pure crap. How can they not have a better camera to film this? And there's only one angle. And there you go. Okay, that's all, folks. Seriously, isn't that totally laughable? When guys do base jump, flight suit or anything, they're filmed from multiple angles. They have cameras everywhere. And the craziest mission, allegedly, in human history there, Return to the Moon, there's no cameras everywhere? Seriously? You can also find these images, but not on TV news apparently. These kind of cable cars that pull away from the rocket at launch. We're told they're emergency baskets, blah blah. But who tells us these aren't the astronauts leaving the rocket? Because we have no image to prove they're still inside. Not a single live image of the astronauts inside during launch. It would be so simple to shut down the speculation and give us images, hundreds of images of the astronauts, of the full Earth, not just a few hundred meters away, pulling away. Images of the Earth seen through the windows, dozens of them. Well, no. Seriously? So here is my take on this. We know it's easier to fool someone than to make them understand they've been fooled. And the best way to break a lie and a manipulation is to make sure the realization comes from the person who was manipulated themselves. Make them realize it by themselves. So the best way to do it would be to keep fooling them, but in the most clumsy way possible, to make them click by themselves. You following me? It is said in the Bible that the beast will devour the prostitute, and if the prostitute was all those who sold their soul to the devil, and the beast was what it generated, so the billionaires, the armies, etc., which would mean that very high-up people, certain military, secret services, and certain billionaires are doing what some call the Great Awakening, by doing what we call proof by the absurd. Obviously, you'll tell me, there are still plenty of people who don't see what's right in front of their eyes, and that's unfortunately how it is. As it is also said in the Bible, we must separate the wheat from the chaff, and that's what's happening through natural filtering. And so, as I announced at the beginning of the video, what could be more blatant than doing this on April 1st? April 1st, either you're the one being pranked with a fish on your back who doesn't understand what's going on, or you're among those laughing at the joke. Not to mention that April 1st is actually the real first day of the new year too. How promising. In conclusion, I would say, look at all this with humour and perspective. Don't get into endless debates. Talk about it with those who are interested, and let the sleeping sleep. And as usual, see you in the next one. And walk in peace, brother.